Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, depending on where you are in this world. This is Hedgen Lee, and I want to share with you some aspects of Bitcoin's patterns. Back in the prior bear market, we saw a couple of triangles. We saw a triangle here. This was a symmetrical triangle, and usually it represents a point of indecision, so it could be up or down, but usually goes with the trend, and the trend was down. It was a bear market, so it broke to the downside. Then we saw another triangle, an ascending right triangle. Usually this is just a continuation, but in this case it just coincided with what the bottom happened to be. So usually within bear market bottoms you can see one or two, sometimes three types of pattern. Sometimes you'll see a pattern within a pattern, and I call that the pregnant pattern, I guess, for lack of better words. In this case, I think we had a very sizable downward wedge type of a triangle, which has bullish implications. And clearly it broke to the upside. And that break to the upside has probably said we have a trend change. All my members, well, when I said get in at 17,440, 17,444, I think to be exact, that was the point we got in and we're in deep profits. Now you can say technically maybe this will go from the height of this and it'll go all the way at least to maybe 52,000 and likely exceed. Okay, that's one way to look at it too. You can clearly see how the same guesstimate measure could be applied maybe to here and pretty much hit the target. Impressive. Doesn't always work. Nothing is perfect. There's always a degree of error and inaccuracy. Okay? But what I'm trying to show now is I think there's just like here, a second pattern. We can potentially forecast a second pattern. And that I would draw a line like this, maybe. Okay, we have the CME gap at 20,000 or so, maybe a little less than 20,000. I can't remember the exact. But if we draw this line and we say that the price action, this is not a guarantee, can do something like this. Okay. And if that's something that we can see from a price action perspective, well, maybe we can call this the left shoulder. Okay, and we can call this the head of an inverse head and shoulders, and we can call this the right shoulder. Now it's not going to probably play out exactly like this, maybe something like this, who knows. But the key thing is this is the neckline, and the final confirmation is if the price can really get above that neckline and stay above it. So this is still a bit premature. But the function of an analyst is to identify as many possibilities and hone in the probabilities. And that's pretty much what this process is doing. And that's exactly what I did back here in end of 2018 and early 2019. We got in right when it broke. That was the entrance signal. So in this case, we are looking at a potential second pattern forming, and maybe it won't. Maybe it'll just go straight up and never look back. Who knows? Anything is possible. But from this perspective, if we do get this, if we get something lower than the CME gap, this has greater probability for this to work or play out. This is the type of analysis members get every day. Consider joining. Become a member. We're deep in profits already. But only gold members get the trade alerts. Have a good day.